Okie dokie answer keys. Let's just dig in. So the very first one, we've got finding the derivative of this guy. Well, the derivative of 10x is just 10. And the derivative of sine of 10x, because you've got this 10x on the inside, you're going to have to do the chain rule, and you're going to end up with negative cosine of 10x times 10. So if you wanted to, totally equivalent, you could have 10 times 1 minus cosine of 10x. Should work just fine. This one I'll do over here. And so the derivative g prime of x would get me 3x squared. Let's give me some more space. Minus 1, and then 1 over the square root of x is the same as x to the negative 1/2. So then I would get minus, and then we'd have negative 1/2 x to the negative 3/2. And then if you want to clean that up, your call, we'd get 3x squared minus 1 plus 1 over 2, and then that would be the square root of x cubed. That is a final answer there for you. This one, we're going to have to do the quotient rule on. So I'm going to write that out, and we're going to get u is equal to 6x, u prime is 6, v is 3 plus x squared, v prime is 2x, and so the quotient rule would give us y is v, so 3 plus x squared times u prime times 6 minus u, which is 6x, times 2x, u times v prime, all over v squared, so 3 plus x squared squared. And then let's simplify that for ourselves a little bit. That would get us 18 plus 6x squared minus 12x squared all over 3 plus x squared squared, which obviously we can put these two together, and we'd get 18 minus 6x squared all over 3 plus x squared squared. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm going to take the rest of this and copy it onto a new page so we have some space for these guys. Okay. Section 2, all of these, it was find the derivative. On this last one, it said differentiate with respect to x. That literally just means find the derivative. So this one up here, we're going to want what's it called? Either the quotient rule or the chain rule. And in fact, I haven't done the chain rule yet. So let's rewrite this as y equals e to the x times x to the negative 2. And actually, this is fun. I get to actually do the product rule here because we really just have this times this. Let's make that a darker green so you can actually see it. Heck, let's make that a purple. Just kidding. Cool. So let's product rule this. So u is e to the x. U prime is e to the x. V is x to the negative 2. V prime is negative 2x to the negative 3. And then it's just going to end up being y prime is equal to e to the x, and I'm just using that as my u, times v prime, so negative 2 x to the negative 3, plus v, which is x to the negative 2, times u prime, which is e to the x. And then if you wanted to simplify this, you could certainly pull this negative 2 e to the x out front, and then we'd have x cubed on bottom, plus e to the x over x squared. That is my y prime. Cool. Let me know what questions you got. Let's zip on over here. This is definitely a chain rule where this is the inside function. So we're going to rewrite this as y equals the natural log of u, and u is x cubed minus 3x. Y prime is 1 over u. u prime is 3x squared minus 3. And then, and I suppose I should have done dy du and du dx. dy dx is going to be equal to dy du times du dx. So we're going to get 1 over u times 3x squared minus 3, and u is just going to be x cubed minus 3x. So the simplified version of this would probably just be the numerator over the denominator. That's a cubed. Let me know questions. And then down here, this is going to be a combination of the product rule, because we have this times this, but it's also going to be a chain rule, and it's going to be a fairly simple one though, because if you recall, anytime we do a chain rule with something like 5x, we just end up multiplying the whole thing by the derivative of the outside. So let's deal with u equals sine of 5x. I'm going to rewrite this as u equals sine of m, and then m is 5x, because I've already used u here. I don't want to use a u here, but same idea. So then du dm would get us cosine of m, and then dm dx is going to get us 5, and then to pull it all together, du dx is going to be du dm times dm dx. So we're going to get cosine of m times 5. I'm going to pull that 5 out front. And then we're going to get cosine of m, which is 5x. Same thing's going to happen kind of here. It's just that instead of cosine, we're going to have 2 over x. That's what that's going to end up working out to. So let's do that quick. V is going to be the natural log of k, and then k is going to be 2x. dv dk is going to be 1 over k. Dk dx is going to be 2, and so we multiply these together to get the dv dx is going to be 1 over k times 2, and so that is going to simplify for us. K is just 2x, so this is actually going to be dv dx is going to be 1 over 2x times 2, so actually that simplifies to 1 over x. Oh, stinking nice. Great. Okay, so then product rule. And for product rule, we're going to need u and v, and then the derivative of u and the derivative of v. Cool. So y prime is going to be u, in this one, sine of 5x times v prime plus v, the natural log of 2x, times u prime 5 cosine of 5x. Let me know what questions you may have.